let's say you are fighting so hard to become someone new, to introduce a new habit, to change something in yourself, but in your life, but it lasts for 1, 2, 3, 4 days maximum. And then you go back to the old habit, the old you, the old way of thinking, whatever. Isn't it true? But why this is happening? Because when we want to change a habit, when we want to do something new, when we want to become someone new, exactly that, we need to become every time someone new. We need to change our identity. But you don't change the identity by staying exactly the same, with the same habit, with the same way of thinking, with the same feelings, with the same emotions, trying to change and to start and to jump into something new, because it's impossible. So every time we need a change, this new change, these new things that you never done before, requires you to become someone new, to change your identity. That's why most people start that thing 2, 3 days, 4 days maximum, and they go back because they didn't change their identity. So how are we gonna do that? Let me give you a very simple example that you can do it today, because you can apply this concept for anything that you want to change. And I know this very well because when I understood the process, I was able to change myself anytime, to start anything new, to accomplish any goal that I was putting in my mind, because the process is the same for anything. You just need to apply the rule every single time. And once you know how it works, it becomes easier to get where you want to go. So let me give you this example. Let's say you're eating very shitty food right now and you want to start eating healthy, for example. Okay. Now, some people, as I said before, they have so much intention and motivation that is not enough. You don't change yourself and your life or a habit with motivation and intention only. Okay, this is the starting point. But then those things will vanish. Okay, so they do it for 2, 3 days and then they gonna eat bad stuff again. So how we're gonna do it? You need to start making choices, decision and actions from the person already changed, from the person that already is eating healthy. Because we tend to, to keep being the same person, which makes decisions from the old you while trying to fight and change. It is not gonna happen. It's impossible. Okay, so what I mean by that, example, okay, I want to start eating healthy. Let me give an example of your old version of you and the new version of you. When you want to change and eating healthy, the old version of you has anyway still in the house shitty food. So wherever you open doors in your kitchen, in your fridge, in your cupboard, anywhere, there is still shitty food out there when you're trying to eating healthy. Okay, number one. Number two, they crave McDonald's, and instead of focusing in the opposite, they start to saying to themselves, today I'm not gonna eat McDonald's. Today I'm not gonna get McDonald's. Today I'm not gonna get McDonald's. Today I'm not gonna get McDonald's. At the end of the day, guess what up? You have this bloody McDonald's. Why? Because your mind is still thinking about McDonald's. It doesn't matter if you say, I'm not gonna get McDonald's or I am going to get McDonald's. The mind doesn't differentiate this. Wherever your focus is, this is it. And your focus, even though it's negative, the mind doesn't know that, is still in your McDonald's. So when you crave McDonald's and you're still talking about McDonald's and thinking about McDonald's, even if you don't want to get it, you will end up eating McDonald's at the end of the day or the day after. So the old version of you still think that it's not going to get McDonald's, still have shitty food at home, still hang out with people that eat shitty food. No, I'm not saying abandon all your friends. I'm saying it's time to set new boundaries. Okay? You still go to places where you eat shitty food, fast food, or whatever. If they invite you, you don't say, can I say no? Nah, I'm gonna go, right? This is your old self while trying to change and eating healthy. Do you think it's very possible that you at the end of the month, you're going to become the one who is going to eat healthy with all this option just in your hand? It's impossible because you're trying to change yourself with still based on this old version of yourself. Now, let me tell you, when instead, in the process of changing this, you start making choices, decisions, and action based on your new self, the one who is already healthy, not the one who is becoming healthy, the one who is already healthy. Okay? Today, this is the new you. Today, I'm gonna go to the supermarket and I'm gonna buy healthy food. A lot of veggie, a lot of fruits, a lot of this, a lot of that. And your fridge, your cupboard, and anything, it's full of healthy foods. No more shitty food surrounding you. Meaning you are forced to see, to smell, and to grab healthy food. Number one. Number two, you don't focus on I'm not gonna eat McDonald's today. It's not even an option. You don't focus on McDonald's. And even if your mind is gonna go there, you say, nope, I'm in charge. It's not your mind in charge. This your mind wants to keep you right on what's familiar. You say, nope, I'm in charge. I'm sorry. Boom, boom. Leave these thoughts out of your mind. Okay? Number one. Number two. Number three. You may have some friends. Oh, we are going to fast food tonight. That you wanna come? Nope. I'm sorry. I'm eating healthy. If they laugh, let them laughing. Your body is yours. It's not their body. They don't feel bad. Well, eventually they will, but they don't. It's you feeling bad. You have a goal. You set boundaries. You want to become someone else. You need to start saying no. It's easy as it is. Nope, I'm not coming. You don't go to fast food anymore. You start taking choices. If you want to eat, if you want to go out and eat, you make choices from the new you. I'm not going to fast food. I'm going to go there because I know they make fish, fresh fish, whatever they're doing, healthy choice. I mean, eating outside is never healthy, but we do it. Of course, we go to eat outside, right? Choose a different place. Okay? See, do you think this is the same of this? Now what you're doing is, by start taking choices, decisions, and actions from the new you, when you start doing this repeatedly, okay, what ends up happening is that you don't even have to force it anymore. Once you start doing it repeatedly, repetition is essential. These new habits become the new you. You start becoming this person without you even noticing. So what we are doing is we are focusing on the new, and when we focus on the new, the more we focus on the new, the more we focus on the new, look what happened. The old you start dissolving. We are not focusing on him. No. We are focusing on this. So this can dissolve. And this is the winner. See how we change the habit and we change identity. We don't make choices, we don't focus on who we currently are. We start becoming even though we start being even though we're not the new you. By making choices from that person, action from that person, choices from decisions from that person. And the more you do it daily, the more you become. That's how you're going to change your identity, you're going to change a habit, you're going to start something new. Now, Eating healthy was just an example because it's easy to understand. But if you apply this process to anything that you want to become, to anything that you want to change, to anything that you want to start, it could be anything. It's the same process. Now, what we are doing here is we are changing ourselves intentionally. We are not wondering, we are not trying. Nope, this is not trying. This is changing yourself intentionally. And sooner or later, when you do it at least for 20, 30 days, I can guarantee you, you will become that person. And because that's the thing. When you become someone new, when you change your identity, the beauty is you cannot go back to the old. I used to be worried of this. Every time that I was changing at the beginning, I was freaking out. Oh my God, what if I'm going to go back to that person? You won't. Because when you level up yourself for the better, it will be permanently. Why you cannot go back to the old? Because once you are being that person, the way you think change completely. What you do change completely. What you feel, your emotion change completely. And you start to see your old self from a higher perspective. You start to see your old self from a higher perspective. Meaning, you are conscious of what you were doing wrong. You are conscious of what you were feeling. You were conscious of everything. And boy, no, you won't go back to the old 100%. That was one of my worry every time that I was changing at the beginning. But then I understood. Apply this process for anything. The trick, the secret, which is not even a secret, but the key is tricking your mind that you are already the new you, the new person. So we don't fight the old. If you want to stop smoking, you don't keep thinking, I have to stop smoking. I have to stop smoking. Today I'm not going to smoke. Today I'm not going to smoke. Today I'm not going to smoke. Because you will end up with 4 cigarettes in your mouth. 100%. Instead, what you're gonna do, you start to fight in this. You see, I'm fighting. I'm not gonna smoke today. I'm not gonna smoke today. I'm fighting that. What I'm gonna do here is focusing in the opposite habits, right? Maybe the time that you spend in smoking, I'm gonna go for a walk. Okay, I'm gonna exercise just for 5 minutes. I'm gonna stretch my body, mobility, whatever it is. You don't focus on cigarettes, you focus on the new habit. That's how we change. Now, let me tell you this, because it might sound very easy. It's simple. It's a simple concept. However, once you understand the process, it's easier, but it is not easy for everybody. Why is not easy for everybody? Guys, because when there is this type of change, no matter what it is, it takes gut. It takes courage, no matter how it is, even if it's, I'm gonna start eating healthy. Why? Because the people around you may laugh at you. They may not agree. They may think, oh, you all of a sudden you changed? What's happening? Okay? They may not understand. Okay? So all these things around you can conditioning you if you let it. But if you set boundaries, if you don't care about all of these things, if you think about yourself, about your goal, about your health, about whatever you want to do, however, it takes courage, determination, confidence. And the more you do it, the more you will develop all these skills. You will feel more confident with yourself. And when you know that you are actually doing it, you know the self-esteem that you will have. It's incredible. You are trusting you're gonna start trusting yourself again. Why? Because you see that whatever you are saying that you're doing it, you do. And so you start trusting yourself again. Your confidence level up. Skills will develop. Courage, determination. I'm gonna set this goal, I'm gonna do it. Right? So it's not just I'm going to change a habit. It's not just I'm going to change identity. Look how many things will change in you personally in terms of confidence, self-esteem, and all this stuff. Is it easy? It's never easy. However, it's simple. And if you know the process and you do it intentionally, it's absolutely easier. But still, you need the intention, but the will of doing it no matter what. And by the way, I created a free identity reset to help you understand why you feel lost, what's happening to you right now, and how to start remembering who you truly are. It's a video and 7 specifically guided questions where they keep you truly think deeply and get you closer to yourself. It's free. Click the link in the description below and you can sign up. I hope this video was helpful. Implement it today, not tomorrow, not the next month. We do it today at 11 p.m., 8 p.m., 12 a.m., no matter what time is it. Start now. And see you in the next one. Bye.